Howdy folks, Sapper here, aka Sean, and I'm bringing you some more Panzer. So, we are now in turn 5. And it looks like there's going to be quite a bit of main gunfire going on this particular turn. The Germans won the initiative, and I think that they are going to opt to shoot first. And then the Soviets will get to move. It doesn't look like the Soviets are getting into positions where they don't want to move. So you can see that they all have fire commands. The Germans have some fire commands and some move commands. So last turn the Russians lost another tank. So now they are sitting at a total of 7 vehicles were at season, so they only get 4 commands. They had 8 vehicles and they had 5 commands, so they only have 4 commands. So you can see that there's 4 fire commands on the board. Germany gets 6, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there we have our commands. I've already plotted out all the firing solutions so that you can kind of look at them longingly, or however you want to look at them. So we will just go ahead and start from the bottom and then work our way to the top. Again, Germans fire first. So we've got this guy here. He's in a hold down position. He is not going to move because he's got great overwatch. So 50% chance to hit this guy up here on the hill. And we got a 15. So finally, past couple turns haven't seen a lot of. They've seen a lot of firing, not a lot of hits. So now we're getting a hit here, maybe. It could still turn out to be a miss. But we shall see. So we'll go ahead and roll 1 die for the hit location. And then the second die will be for the AP damage. So the black die will be the hit location. And then the white die will be the AP damage. Oops. So, hit location is, let me see, that will be, I think, yes, that's going to be considered a front hit. So, that is going to be a turret front, which, because he is at a lower elevation, he is going to get, I think he's considered hull down. I think he's considered hull down because he is a height 1 and he is height 0. However, because it's a turret hit, it's still good. So if he had gotten a hull hit, then it probably would have been treated as a miss. So it is turret front and a 0. Let me see. Let me just double check. So medium range penetration value is 18. Turret front rising shot is an 18. So as long as you are equal to or greater than the armor, so that is enough to penetrate. And then the second number is a 0, so that is a brew up. So basically blew that guy up. He has been destroyed. And I did look at it in the last video. These smoke markers, when they're standing up, you can't see them. So I basically just took the base off and now have the smoke markers land flat. So there you go. And the Soviets, or the Russians, I think they're in, I'm pretty sure World War II, they're still considered the Russians. All right. So we can go ahead and do that because that guy does not get a chance to fire back. Alright, so he has a fire marker. So this hold down position proved to be very beneficial for him. Let's see, does that change the Russian commands? Because now we have 6 vehicles. Yes, Russian commands now go down to 3. I'll still let those stand the way they are, but next turn they'll only get 3 commands. Now we'll go here. We have 2 tanks. So that is 50% times 2. That's why I did that. And we're going to fire at this guy who's trying to hide between two hills there. So first tank, 39. That is a hit. So we'll do the same thing again, right? We'll do the hit location will be the black die, and then the white die will be the AP damage. So that's going to be front, so 8. That's going to be hull front. So that is a hull shot at medium range. We have a penetration of 18. Hull front is 18, so that's good. And then the 1 is, if you look on here, hopefully that didn't get up onto you too quick. So 1 is an ND, which is no damage. So he got lucky. That was the first shot. Second shot, 86, that is a miss. And then we got this guy here. He has a fire and move, so he is going to shoot, and he's going to fire down on that guy in the gully. So he's up on a plateau, he's down in the gully, so this is height 1 to -1, so he's kind of looking down into the gully. And the obstacle rules, so because he's kind of backed off the edge of the plateau, this provides, you can't see anything with, I think, within 4 hexes, so it's like half the distance. So it's an 8 hex shot, so 4 hexes out from here he can't see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If this tank was anywhere within one of these, any of these 4 hexes, he'd be shadowed by the edge of that plateau or hill. But he's far enough out, he can be shot. So we will go ahead and roll. He has a 25% chance, part of it being the gully provides some cover, and he's doing a short halt. So his chances are pretty low, 25% chance. 94, that's a miss. And I think that'll do it for the Germans. So we'll go ahead and fire back with the Russians. We'll start here, 27%. That's a 13. That's a hit. That could be, that's a front side shot. So if you look at the table here, so we have, if you're clearly in the front, this is the column you roll on, or the row, and then this is front side. So we have a chance of hitting something on the side here. So we'll go ahead and roll again. Black die will be the location, and then the white die will be the AP damage. So we have a 10. I think a 1. So we don't really even have to look. We don't have to look on the location chart, because a 1 is automatically no damage, which kind of stinks. Let's see where it would have hit. It would have hit, oh, it would have been a track hit, so it would have immobilized it probably. So either way, that was a really, we got a hit, but it turned out to be a kind of a bummer of a hit. All right, so that doesn't change. These don't change. We will go ahead and do the 40%. 40% chance of a hit. That's a 42. That is a miss. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing with this guy. 40% chance. That's a 28. That is a hit. And we'll go ahead and a 2 and an 8. So a 2. 2 is the turret front. Yep, they have weak armor on the front, so easily. And then the 8 is the hit location. 8 is a knockout. So this guy, it has been, I think it was this guy firing, doesn't matter. I don't know. I don't think there's already brew up smoke there, so I don't think the knockout doesn't affect, a knocked out tank does not affect line of sight or anything like that. Now it might have an effect if you have a bunch of vehicles in that hex, but I think it's more than 2. I'm not going to look it up because I don't think it's going to matter at this point in time. All right, this guy fire, that guy fire. All right, let's get our flaming wreckage marker. All right, well, there's a little bit of a bright spot on the Russian side. Let's see. That is 1, that's 4, 7, 9. 5 commands for the Germans, so the Germans have 1 less command than they did before. All right, the Russians have nobody moving. The Germans, okay, so he has a short halt, so now he can move. I think I'm just going to move him here. And I think as far as spotting goes, yeah, he will maintain the fired spotting bonus, which makes it easier to spot him. So that guy's done. I think this guy, do I want to go here or do I just want to go up here? This is kind of cleared out. I was going to move him, I think I was going to move him to here maybe. I think what I'll do, so he has a movement of 4, so that'd be 1. Let's see, that is scrub, I believe. Yeah, that is scrub. I don't know. Let me see here. Scrub. Tracked vehicles pay 2 movement points. So he has a total of 4 movement points. So I'll go ahead and move him there. He is in the scrub. Does scrub. You have a 15% chance of finding a hold down position. He can't do that on this turn, though. He has to put a move token on him and then completely use all of his movement to be able to do that. And then we've got just 1 tank, the bottom tank here, the one that didn't move. I think what he is going to do is he's going to move up here. So that is, let's see here, 1, or that doesn't even count as 1. That's 2. I think we'll do that. I might regret that later, facing him that direction, but... And that guy's that. I think I will remove that token because he didn't do anything. If I recall correctly. Of course, I could be wrong. This guy didn't do anything. I don't think he did anything. That should be it. I don't remember. Whatever. Not super duper important. But there you have it. That is the end of turn 5. Russia has lost 4 tanks. Germany has lost 2 tanks. And I think the Germans, it looks kind of like the Germans kind of have a little bit of an advantage. If they can take this guy out, then that will open up the southern objective. It'll make it easier, a little bit easier for them to take that without getting shot at. Soviets still have 2 tanks in reserve over here. I've kind of left them in reserve. So there you have it. That's the status of the map after turn 5. We'll be back in a little bit. All right, so turn 6, the Russians won the initiative, so they elected to fire first. I started putting the NC, which is the no command tokens, down because I have my memory's kind of short term enough. So it was one of those things like, okay, I figured it might help me change what the other side's going to do, right? Because when you're playing opposed, you put your markers down, you put them face down, right? So everything will have a marker on it. But your opponent doesn't know what's going to have what on it. So you're even going to have a no command marker. So I only get 3 commands, right? So that means that some of these tanks will have no command markers. But if I see a token here that is, or if I see a token there, I don't know which ones have no commands, which ones have moves. So I'm trying to fake myself out a little bit. All right, so anyway, the Soviets won the initiative. They elected to fire first. I find, generally speaking, firing first is usually more advantageous. Now, in the beginning part of the game, when you're still maneuvering around and nobody can see each other, you might want to have the other guy move first so you can kind of base your moves off of his moves. But now that we're kind of getting in our fighting positions, movement isn't quite as valuable, right? It still is valuable, but I think it's a little bit more advantageous, at least at this point, to be able to fire first. So here we go. We've got some trades going on, maybe. Well, that might be the only trade. But, so yeah, let's go ahead and roll these up and see what happens. So again, Soviets go first. They've only got 2 guys firing, so it should go pretty quick. 35% chance. Now, this is the other thing, right? Like, because I reveal my fire markers of who's firing. The other ones would, the other commands would still remain face down. So my opponent is only going to see what I have firing. So I wouldn't know that he has a move token. So would I have fired at him? Probably, because 22 to 32, that is 10 hexes. That's medium range for this guy. This guy is 1 hex. These 2 guys are 1 more hex away for an 11, so they would be at long range. So I'm probably going to be a little bit more inclined to fire at the guy that's a little bit closer. So I want to make sure that my chances of success are as high as they can be. So anyway, 35% chance. And that's a 22. Look at that. That got a hit. So let's find location. All right. So location is 1. So that is a turret front. I'm pretty sure that, yeah. Yep, easily have the penetration, and then the damage is 2, so 2 to 4 is a DM, so that is damaged. I think, what does damage do? Alright, so shooter damage, so that gives you a -3 down on the chart. So this guy is damaged. So here's our token here, and we will go ahead and put the damage token on him. So basically there's mechanical problems with the vehicle. Maybe the turret doesn't turn as fast. Maybe it was somewhere in the turret, and now the turret doesn't turn as fast or whatever. So there you have it. So that guy's damaged, so now he will incur a penalty to firing back. Let's see. So this guy here, 30% chance. That's an 89. There's nothing there, so we'll go ahead. Both of these tanks are going to fire. All right, so that stays there. And we'll just go ahead and leave those on there because I think I was unsure which of these tokens I had to remove last time. So I'll just leave that the way it is. So 50% times 2. 20. Location is 0. And that is a front. So 0 is actually a 10. So that is a track hit. So that basically means this guy is immobilized. I think. I'm pretty sure that means he's immobilized. And the second shot is a miss. Well, track hit is not really what I wanted because he wasn't really moving anyway. So What else do we have? Okay, we've got the 49% here. And that's a 31. So that is definitely a hit. Location is a 1. From the front side, that is a turret front. It is a falling shot and it hits the 5. So 5 is a KO. Let's just double check. Short range, penetration of 20. Pretty sure. Yep, easily penetrated. So what did I say that was? That's a 5. That's a KO. All right, so that guy is toast. Take that out of there. And then our last shot here is a 45% chance. And nothing. All right. All right, folks, that's it. I'll go ahead and finish up some movement and all that, and then I'll get back with you. All right, let's see. I had my dog was scratching at the door, so I had to go respond to the emergency. Not really an emergency. In my dog's mind, it was an emergency, but not me. I don't know if damaged affects movement or not. So I'm going to just pretend, at least, so I just don't have to look something up at the moment. I'm going to say it does not. So I can move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will do that. This guy moved. Now I think I don't get the, I'm pretty sure I don't get the VPs until the end of the next turn. As a matter of fact, where is it? I don't know if it says it in the scenario book. Let's see. All right, let's see. So this is a bridge hex. To control a bridge hex, a force must occupy or be the last to occupy it for a full turn. So at the end of turn 7. The end of turn 7. So he's got to sit on that, and hopefully he doesn't get blown up. So that's what he's thinking. He's like, man, don't blow me up. All right. Doesn't look like there's any other moves on the German side. We have this guy here. I think he's going to head south. What's his movement? 5. All right, that's woods. That's woods. Bog is 20% chance. So he's going to try to exit the woods. 20% chance he did not bog down. So he can move out of the woods. So we will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will go there. We will do that. And did I have another move? I don't think I did. That looks like it's it. So let's just double check. So he moved. No command. All right, I believe that comes off because he had a no command. He had a no command, so those come off. He's still going to be spotted, but it's whatever. He hasn't moved out of the way, so he has a fire. No command. Get both of those fired. No command. No command. You have a fire, which is good. No command, and you now have a fire command. Well, not a fire command, a spot. You are easier to spot because you fired your weapon. That's basically what that means. because all that flash and that smoke, that's going to attract your eye, right? So that's what that is. So then if it's on move, like the human eye is attracted to movement, right? So that's the difference. And then, of course, you look on here. Where is it? For spotting ranges. So if you look here, you got cover helps. It makes it harder for you to spot. Spot move is +2, and a spot fire is +3. So gunfire makes you easier to spot than just plain moving around, right? So that's basically how that works. So that is it. I'm going to go ahead and look up the damaged and the track real quick and see, just to double check and make sure that doesn't have any other effects than what I'm thinking. Alright, so I did look up the damaged. So in the basic game, damaged affects both the targeting and the movement. In the advanced game, depending on where it was hit. So if it was hitting the turret, then it will be a turret damaged, which affects your ability to shoot. If it was hit in the hull, it's a motive hit, so it basically reduces your movement by half. I don't remember where that hit location was, so I think I'll just roll and make the determination. So if it is a 1 through 5, it's hull, so then it'll affect the movement speed. And if it is 6 through 10 or 6 through 0, then it will be a turret. So it is a turret hit. So he still could make it to there. If it was a movement, then I would have to move him out of there. So we will go ahead, and there is a token to indicate what kind of damage it is. Alright, I thought that it said that there's a token that indicates specific damage. I am not seeing it. It says in the book, maybe it could be in a different set. So, you know what? We're just going to leave that on there, and we're going to leave it as is. So, I don't feel like, I'm not seeing the marker. And to kind of show you what I'm talking about, because you might think I'm crazy. So, if you look right there, you have turret damage or hull damage, and I'm not seeing that marker. Because all of these markers are double-sided, and I'm not seeing one that has that on it. Alright, just so you don't think that I'm crazy, so I don't see that marker there. I don't see that marker there. I don't see any of that there. And I don't see that marker there. And I don't see any of those markers there. And I don't see any of the ones that I've already punched. They're off to the side. You probably can't see me flipping it, but... So I don't think... Those markers might be in one of the expansions, which I have not opened up. Yeah, see, it even says right there in parentheses, new counter. So by looking at this, now this is the third printing of the rules. and it's showing leaders. Leaders don't appear in the base game box. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that that counter is in one of the expansions. I don't know which expansion. I'm not going to open up all of them to find out. So if we go, well, you know what? If we go by, since we're just doing base game stuff here, since I don't feel like opening up another box, let me see here. Short halt commands and damage results each calls for vehicles to reduce their movement speed allowance by half. Always round down. If a vehicle has a short halt, it moves at a quarter. So if I'm going to go off of this rule, then it affects both. Oop, hit the post. So we're gonna have to move you. You were here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can only go 2 now. So that is, you were here, so we'll go 1, 2. So there we go. So the damage has caused both things. That took about 5 minutes to figure that out. But anyway, that's kind of the way things work in games like this, right? When you have rules-heavy systems and you're kind of mixing and matching all the optional stuff, things like that are going to happen. But anyway, that is turn 6, and we will catch you in the future for turns 7 and beyond. Thanks for watching.